Welcome to another edition of Breaking News brought to you by Source Selection Soundbites. Today, we will discuss the case of Safal Partners, Inc. or SPI decided at the GAO. In this acquisition, the Department of Education had a requirement for charter school program support. The agency evaluated GSA quotations based on technical approach, quality and time commitments of proposed personnel, management plan, organizational capabilities and experience, past performance, and price. Upon evaluating the technical and price factors, the agency determined that MSG, a competitor, provided the quotation that represented the best value for the government. Upon learning of the agency's decision, Safal protested the agency's decision. According to the protester, the awardee's subcontractor, WestEd, has an impaired objectivity OCI because of WestEd's role in performing the charter school's monitoring and data collection or DCM contract for the agency. The protester asserts that WestEd could benefit itself financially by both recommending grantees for technical assistance under the DCM contract and providing that assistance under the NCSRC contract. The CO argues that prior to award, he relied on certifications that no actual or apparent OCI existed. Moreover, once an investigation was performed, the contracting officer argued that the agency, and not WestEd, makes all relevant final determinations on both monitoring and technical assistance. Moreover, since WestEd lacks the authority to direct the decision to administer technical assistance to any grantee, WestEd could not, in the performance of the DCM contract funnel, work to itself under the current requirement. Yet the CO never acknowledged that an OCI existed. En route to finding against the agency, GAO noted that it is well settled that where a contractor is expected to offer its input to the agency, the contractor may have an OCI, even where the agency is not relying solely on the contractor's input and where the government retains the ultimate decision-making authority. The GAO found that WestEd had substantial involvement in monitoring processes under the DCM contract that would lead, eventually, to technical assistance services being provided to grantees under the NCSRC contract. The contracting officer's assertion that WestEd's lack of final authority mitigates the subcontractor's impaired objectivity, OCI, was unsupported. Because the contracting officer's OCI analysis applied an improper legal standard to the facts of this case, the GAO sustained the protest against the agency. Now let's address a few of the lessons learned from this protest. They include 1. The language in the PWS is an important indicator of whether an OCI exists between two organizations. 2. The fact that the contractor does not have final decision-making authority when an impaired objectivity OCI exists is by itself not enough to avoid, mitigate, or neutralize the OCI, and 3. The agency is required to perform a sufficient analysis to support its conclusions. Reliance on a firm's own certification does not constitute a meaningful OCI examination. In this episode of Source Selection Soundbites, we discuss the Safal case, impaired objectivity OCIs, and the requirement to adequately investigate them. This concludes today's Source Selection Soundbite. If this video was helpful, hit the like and subscribe button to ensure you don't miss any new material. If you want more details on the subject, they are available on the Source Selection Answer app. It contains lectures, quizzes, court cases, sample documents, and more material that allows practitioners to quickly obtain actionable knowledge. Thanks for watching. See you next time.